Yo, what's happening?
What's good, Perth City? What's up?
Yo, it's your boy Zero.
And it's your man, Big Rak.
And you're listening to Hustle and Grind
100.9, baby.
Yeah, so sit down, buckle your seatbelts. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
Yeah. Real hip hop.
All day.
All night.
What up, Uncool-Sam. Big shout out to Zero MC and Big Rak for having me on Hustle and Grind. Awesome show, love chatting with you boys. You can catch me on Facebook, Uncool-Sam Beats. Find me anywhere around Perth, and yeah, big up to everyone out there, keep it real.
Beaufort Street, baby, you know where it's at.
Hustle and Grind
100.9.
Yo, what's happening?
What's good, P City? It's your man, Big Rak.
And it's your boy Zero.
And you're tuning in to
Hustle
and
Grind
100.9, baby, here at Noongar Radio.
Man,
We got a special guest in the building, baby.
yeah, you wanna say who you are, brother?
What's up? It's Uncool-Sam. Cheers for having me on, boys. Really
bro.
fucking appreciate
It's a
it.
pleasure.
I love how you said no
10
F-bombs.
seconds. 10 seconds in and it just slipped out.
Ladies and gentlemen, just before we came on, Uncle Sam was like, no F-bombs. We're going to try to do this properly.
I'm just looking at the sign on the wall saying, use appropriate radio language, no F-bomb. I'm like, don't say the F-bomb, don't say the F-bomb.
That sign always gets everybody, man, because you think about it too much and then it just slips right out.
Yeah.
Dude, how have you been, man? It's real good to have you in the studio.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate being here. It's been super busy, which is killer.
Yeah.
Been busier than ever from mid-year this year, which has been awesome.
Yeah, dude. We've heard from a lot of MCs that we've had in that either you've been working with them or helping them out with some production side of things, some mixing, all that stuff. So it's like, dude, where do you find the time?
Man, yeah, it gets like that, but bro, I love it. Like I work 7 days a week. But
Word.
I
Do
would
it for the love.
Yeah, I do it for the love, but I just love doing it as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you get to like.
I'd rather work.
boost out of it, yeah.
Man. I'd rather work 7 days doing this, even if it's 12-hour days, and doing anything else. Like I don't go out on weekends, and partly I have the studio to thank for that because I work at the studios on Sundays, so you never go
Shout out to
over.
Shakedown Studios.
Shakedown Studio. Shout out Rob Shaker.
Yeah.
Old man holding it down.
Kind of got to a.
Bro, I owe the world to that dude for everything. So
that's what's up, man.
That's
respect.
what's up, brother.
That's it.
Who's inspired you to make beats and what got you into it, bro?
Man, the artist that inspired me to make beats, everyone. I feel like everyone's rapped over his beats. It's not even like a rapper beat maker, but Grammatic. You ever heard of Grammatic?
Yeah,
Grammatic's amazing.
Yeah, Grammatic is like one of the most. That's what sort of because I was a lot really into like the soul sort of side of hip hop and that sort of sampling side. But yeah, Grammatic is one of the main ones that really inspired me. And Marco Polo, a lot of American dudes and stuff like that.
Dude, their sounds heavy in the soul side of things.
Yeah, very
Motown.
Based, and it's like very choppy swing sort of beats, and you'll hear that on a lot of my beats, like a lot of swing and stuff like that. So
music to my ears, man, literally.
Yeah, I love it. That's the stuff. Oh man, I love everything, you know. But those dudes were really the main ones that sort of inspired me.
Yeah, man.
But it was really my mate that actually got me because like. We all listened to Eminem growing up and stuff like that, but I didn't really know, you know, when I was young. Like, I loved Eminem when I was, you know, in 7th grade and shit like that, but I never knew Aussie hip-hop even existed until my mate was like, oh, have you heard of this? I was like, this, and there's like, oh, there's the Aussie side, and like, even showed me like OMAC and stuff like that, not back in year 7, but a bit later in high school and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, there's like Aussie, and I was like, took me a while to sort of like come around, because I was into like the mainstream American sort of stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, this is cool.
No, that's killer, bro.
Yeah, dude, I was born in Africa myself, so when I came over, I was used to listening to a lot of American or like Afrobeat sort of stuff. So hearing the Australian music and hearing the Aussie hip hop specifically, I was like, I might get around to it. But like my first experience was with Draft, and obviously you start to realize that the palette is very diverse. You know what I mean? Like with everyone that spits, so you have to do a little bit of digging. But when you find something, it really
Draft really did that and put himself like way outside the scene as well. Like, not in a bad way. Is like he's not part of the scene, but it's like he just went, I'm going to do something no one else is really doing.
Absolutely, push the envelope.
And like he has pushed further than any WA artist ever has, and he's like one of the best Aussie artists. You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
like, hands
man.
down, and like. That's
you don't get IRA awards for nothing.
That's it.
Oh man, yeah, exactly.
That's it.
I respect that, and it's like I feel like everyone discovers Aussie hip hop, but they start with the American side, like everyone will because obviously that's where the
that's where
everything
exactly.
like that.
A lot of young kids, I guess. They only know the American side until they get a little bit older to where they can
that's what you're exposed to.
Yeah, that's
and like
it.
You know, shout outs to you guys for doing stuff like this because like, I mean, I'm not putting Triple J down, but a lot of like what they play is like of the percentage of music they play, of the 10% being hip hop or whatever, that 10% is mostly American mainstream.
Oh, absolutely, and
I don't get a big like I don't blame people for not really knowing Australian hip hop or really liking it because they're not really exposed to it enough.
No, absolutely,
100%,
man.
brother.
We try to take a bit of advice and a bit of knowledge from Nipsey Hussle, where you invest in your community.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like we love hip hop from all over the world, but like we can't. Shout out to Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace. But yeah, we can't like sit here and be like, oh man, we'd love to like have more dope Perth artists, and then not actually look for the people that make the dope music and dope art and promote them. You know what I mean?
We don't want to be that guy like, oh man, we wish we could do this, or we wish we could
exactly. It's like, why don't we just do it?
Just do it, you know? Like,
man, I love that. That gets me fired up.
There's too many.
Just like, just fuck it, do it.
Man.
We're not gonna wait around for someone else.
Someone's got to do it, you know?
Yeah, dude. I mean, look, you can look through our Instagram and our like all the posts we've made. We've literally tried to progress as we go. We're learning everything as we go. And like, man, the same with you with the beat making process. Like, how was that? Like learning new doors, learning new systems.
Horrible.
Learning how to set up an MPC player. Because I know that's a whole thing on its own.
Also, like, how many hours did you put to that as well?
Learning
that craft.
That's a good question. I have no idea. I would say minimum 10,000 hours. They say you've got to put 10,000 hours to perfect something. I think I'm just about to crack my 10,000 hours. I reckon.
That's what's up,
but
brother. You've been working hard.
I felt that I started really late because I only started making beats when I was like 17 or 18. I actually don't know. It was around there. Right when I started drinking.
I feel. 17, 18.
It was actually my mate. It's like because I was into like music production. I like played drums. That's where it all started. He was like, "Oh, you should like try," because he wanted to do. It's funny. This is back. He was doing like his own school project on Biggie Smalls' Juicy beat. That was my first hip hop song that I ever recorded. He was like, "Can you record this for me?" Because I had my own little home setup. And that's what started me going, I could like make that. I could make a beat like that.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
But
I thought I could, and that's what sort of...
Man, it's always the inspiration that gets you into it, right? At the first start.
Yeah, you always hear something, you're like, ooh.
Oh, bro, but like,
just unlocks a key in your brain.
Yeah, that's it. But like after I still feel like I've got so far to go, obviously. Like everyone does, you know what I mean? Like I look back on the beats I made back then and they're trash, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and dude, like honestly, like... no good artist is ever like settled with what you've created.
Like you wouldn't be a good artist.
Exactly, you have to keep progressing and growing, man.
Imagine if Draft released Brothers Grimm and went, that's it.
That's it. You know.
Man, unfortunately, not everyone is a Nas and can drop an Illmatic one time and just relax until maybe another 10 years later dropping something. But
how old was he? 18.
Yeah, he was 18 when he did that.
Imagine if like Hilltop's this road nosebleed section. Just we made a good little stack of cash. We can pass that.
Cosby Sweater.
That's it. No, that's good, man. I feel like that's a human condition, isn't it? You just gotta be better and better. You're never really gonna be happy with anything you do, but that's the life of being.
You just gotta, I guess, keep going every day and just training your brain to
keep
do better.
Hustling and grinding, baby. I do it every time I get
always. So, who have you worked with, and what do you have in store for the future, brother?
Oh man, who have I worked with? Let me start with the second question.
I think almost whole of Perth.
Man, there's still so many people I want to work with, and there's so many people outside of Perth I want to work with too. Like I feel like
state their names.
Oh man. Oh jeez. I want to do a track with Scrub. I want to do a track with Funkors. I want to do a track with. I'd love to do a track with like any of the 420 boys chilling it. Obviously, you know those boys are like paving the way for like the scene's expansion and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
There's heaps of dudes I want to do tracks with. It's like over in America, but like at the moment I'm working on my own personal album, so like I finally felt like enough years working in the studio making beats for other people. I was like, I want to make my own music. I've made so much music for other people and produced other people's music. I've never really put out a big body of work that's like, here's my music.
So is the album just going to be your beats, or are you going to have people on it?
I'm thinking I'm going for like the compilation album, a different artist because I think that's a bit more fun as well with doing that, and like I can sort of not just rely on my own creativity, which is, a bit judgmental. You want other people to go, what are you going to bring to this? And then a song can take its own. You can get creative ideas from different artists. where they'll take it is not where your brain will go. You know what I mean?
No,
Like when you make
absolutely,
a beat, you'll be like, this is this sort of a beat. Happens to me all the time where I go, I'll make a beat and I'll go, this is like a Sever sort of beat, or this is a complete beat, or Cogs, he'll love this beat. And then like I'll give him the catalog thinking he'll pick this beat, I made this for him. And he picks like the complete opposite one where he'll go, no, I came up with this weird idea on this beat. And I'm just like, fuck! Sorry for dropping that for again, but that's what it's like. And everything I make, every like, you know, an artist will see something completely different in it than like, you know, what I will. And that's kind of that's the beautiful thing about it. That's it.
I was gonna say, like, with having with your process, your artistic process, what would you write? What do you enjoy best? Having the artist with you in the studio, making the music together, or would you rather sending it over the internet?
I reckon it's got to be somewhere in the middle. I like making. Yeah, that is a good question. I like making the beat by myself because. But then I like to send it away and then work with the person, like get the stems, go to the studio, and then work on the beat from there. I find it very daunting sometimes, like when I'm making a beat right with the person there, because you not only got the whole judgment thing. It's like if you were writing a verse, and then you know you're both looking at the paper and you write one word and you're thinking, oh, are they happy with that word? And it's like you're just going and you're like, what are they thinking this? When really like. A lot of the way that I'll create is just trying a whole bunch of crap, you know what I mean? And
I feel you.
A lot of it's trash, but like the trick is knowing what's trash and knowing how to get that to something that's workable. You know? And I feel like that's
so
the way
in your words, would you say like a good balance of both is sometimes good? But enough to allow the process be itself.
I feel like I like to pick a little bit of the path and then go, where would you take this? And then we both work on it. I just feel like don't get me wrong, like you can, and I have made some really good tracks where I have sat with the artist the whole time. It's just, I guess you can lose a bit of your own flow when you go, I'm just going to try 20 minutes with this weird thing. It's very hard to do that when you've got someone in the room and they're going, that sounds whack, bro.
You'd rather just be locked away, do your thing. Send them the beat, they're going to love it. You know?
Or like, send them a few beats and they'll pick a weird one. And then you can both sit in a room and go, let's try these weird things.
I also feel that you bring rappers, like, other sides of rappers out with your beats, you know? Like, the track we did with Ricky B and all that, that beat was just so different for all of us. But, you know, it seemed to just work for everyone as well. Man.
That's it. Like, it's awesome because I'm trying to like really now I felt like I've gained a little bit more confidence in myself in the studio where I'm willing to tell people, push yourself in this, you know. I used to not feel like I used to know my place and go, that's you, do this. But then it's like, now I feel more like, go and do that, you know. Try that. Who cares if you screw up? 20 minutes is on me, let's try this, you know what I mean? Let's do this, you know.
100%, bro.
And I feel like you got to do that. You got to try random things and
that's
you know
it seems to work for every artist.
That's how you find magic. It's like the best beats I've ever made have been these random ones where I've just gone and I've been like, where I'm just lying in bed or like lying at home, I'm like, I don't really feel like doing anything, this is crap. But I'm like, as a discipline side of things, I go, let's just try and make a beat. 20 minutes, I'll just make some drums. And that's the best, you know, best stuff will come out of that.
No, absolutely.
Whereas when I'm like, I've got this idea for this beat, I've got the sample, it's going to be like this and it's ready to go. And then I'm making it, I'm like, this is trash.
That whole, like, you have the vision for it, but coming, like, at the end of it, 100%. You're like, maybe you should have left that one at the wayside.
That's it.
And that's where I get...
Maybe take that hi-hat off.
Man. And it's like, I feel like, that's why I think a lot of creativity is discipline as well. It's not inspiration. I actually think
so getting the practical side nailed first,
just
and then you can sort of branch out.
Just put half the job is showing up, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like you can't expect to just be creative when you're inspired because inspiration is temporary.
Well, what I was saying, to sort of more clarify what I was saying with the practical side of things, I mean, like, with learning any trade, any sport, any sort of job in general, you need to learn how it works. You need to learn the ins and outs. And once you get to a certain point, like, you can sort of branch out a little bit. You know, for example, like, you can make beats for someone that wants specific, like, you know, pop music, or you can make some jazz stuff. But you have to learn how to, like, actually drag all those files in.
And that's it.
Speaking about that, have you ever worked with singers?
Yeah, I've worked with a few different singers.
Because we know you're all in the hip hop scene. Have you worked with any? Man,
I've made children's albums.
Oh, no doubt. Dude, that's where the money's at.
Well, I should say I helped produce and engineer the entire thing, and I had a bit of a creative role in it. But someone had actually come into the studio because the studio is primarily a hip hop studio. But we'll get a lot of singers as well. But we had a lady that does children's fitness, and she wanted to produce her own original music, so she had her own original children's fitness program. So we're in this hip hop studio going, the cows go moo. And I'm like, what if we said the cow and we had the cow do this? And I'm just thinking to myself while I'm doing this, I'm like, what is going on?
And dude, like the funny side of that is like it'd be funny if you just slowly turned up the bass a little bit. Like,
what if we put an 808?
Yeah, exactly. Right now, people ain't feeling this shit.
Right, let me chuck some drums in there.
Let's auto-tune this cow.
Oh man. Dude, we could go on for hours.
It's not a euphemism for a cow. It's a cow.
It's
We're talking an actual animal.
An actual. We only have so long left to talk to you, man. I just thought we might hit the top 5 while we have the time.
Let's do it.
So,
top 5.
Yeah. This is how we do it, man. If you had like 5 minutes left to choose 5 artists that you want to listen to for the rest of your life.
It can be artists,
a band, or
producers.
Yeah, exactly. But
rappers,
I'm talking like collective.
Yeah.
Let's say that. If you had 5 collectives you had to choose from,
and you had to take them with you,
what would they be?
The rest had to stay away.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
You had like a gun to your head last day on Earth.
Because this is a producer special, we'll let you go. Producer. Yeah, exactly. Because this is a producer special, we want maybe you just go with producers instead of having to go rappers and producers.
I'll pick either.
Cool. Awesome, man. Some people have issues with this question.
No, I mean, it is a bloody hard question.
Oh, it is, man. It is.
Like, because
we
take
it as like the hot seat.
Yeah, exactly.
You're in the hot seat right now.
But we'll let you take the reins, man. You go.
You take it, brother.
Oh man, I got to go back to like what I think I not grew up with, but what I really, really like influenced me a lot, which is I'd hate in no particular order.
Yeah, no,
do not make me pick an order. That's no. But
we'll do that behind closed doors.
Yeah, behind closed doors.
Funkors.
Yeah.
Which
shout out to the Funkors.
Yeah, shout outs Trials, which would be if I had to pick a producer, that would be the producer that I would pick as well.
That's what's
just because. That's like that's the rock influence and the hard, because I play drums and Trials is just like a really drum heavy producer, guitar heavy producer.
You heard of Trials?
Oh no. This is
AB Original.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt.
Him and Briggs.
True.
Yeah.
Dropping knowledge.
Yeah.
Aussie hip hop team.
That's it, brother.
I'd probably have to put Hopsin in there.
Yeah.
I really, really. Hopsin's one of these an artist that I love so much, but I forget about every few months.
Yeah, true.
And I'm like, oh man, Hopsin's sick. I love Hopsin. You know what I
guess
mean?
every song Hopsin has is always meaning, and it's always telling a story, and he's always got that. What is it? Good. What's that word I'm going for?
I don't know, man. I wish I was in your head with you right now.
I think what you're trying to say is he's a quality over quantity sort of artist. Like, he will release one song a year, but it's fire. Yeah, and no one's like, where's Hopsin? He'll just drop a song and it's like, holy crap.
When I think of Hopsin, I think of artists like Tech9, for example, who's like in the lyrical game at the top of it. You know.
Speaking of which, have you heard that song with Bass by Mercules with Hopsin and Tech9 that just came out?
Not yet.
Both of them.
Should we chuck it on the list of songs you want to play?
We'll chuck that on the list.
That is cool.
But yeah, so like I was saying, I find it like they're quite similar in the sense of they're both really prolific, both really good, but they almost fall by the wayside because there's so much going on at the time. And we, with hip hop music specifically, we're always looking for the new shit. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So like being an elder statesman in the game, sometimes it's hard to keep dropping stuff and keep it going.
Yeah. If I was going to drop a band in there, one of the biggest influences that I've remembered now, as you were saying with the band, is Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
I grew up. That was kind of like a big, because I still do love my rock music, but I was really into like heavy teen angst music,
trip hop sort of stuff as well.
And like I like Rage Against the Machine. I really love that sort of just high energy. That was like where you could mix rap and everything like that. Zach De La Rocha, everything about I love Rage Against the Machine. That would definitely be my number 3.
Yep. 2 more, brother.
Man, I wish I had this question earlier. Look, probably Eminem.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd have to. I feel like it's almost a cop out to pick him, but it's also like, why don't you pick Eminem?
I feel
Eminem's one of the goats.
Then at least I got a huge catalog.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like the 6th person who said it, bro.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He sits up
That's
there.
the thing, and it's like that's why when everyone's like, oh, top 5 MCs, it's like you almost have to be like excluding Eminem.
Exactly.
We all know that's in there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Excluding Eminem, Biggie, and Park.
Yeah,
that's it.
I'm going to try and pick a producer for the last one.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Your favourite producer?
DJ Premier.
Hey, my man. You've obviously heard that name. Yeah. Dude, man, it's so dope to hear a producer have a signature sound. Like obviously, like a lot of producers and a lot of beat makers have that sound, but Primo is one of the the synonymous sounds of hip hop.
Sounds like a Primo beat. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. You being able to say that is just ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, he's an absolute legend in the game.
We just got a text in that says Uncool-Sam, shout out to the squad.
Hey. Shout out to the squid.
Oh,
that's OMAC. OMAC, we know it's you.
Sorry, I couldn't say it. The squid.
Yeah. Shout out to squid. Yeah, on our Insta just before you came in, he was like, just make sure you have squid rings ready for him. Yeah. He absolutely loves them. You want to let the people know what's
going with the story?
Yeah. So basically, this is just a life lesson of never tell anybody what your weaknesses are.
Exactly.
Because I have like a I wouldn't even call it a phobia, but I have a phobia of squids and octopuses.
Right.
And basically, we all went on late last year, me, most of the TPW boys, and a couple other blokes for Complete's birthday. I went to Bali. I can't remember why I got it. I think I lost a bet or something like that. But Complete said, if I pay for you to get a temporary tattoo, you get it, but I get to pick what it is.
Yeah.
And I was just in a mood. I probably was drunk, and I was like, all right, let's do it. And so he picks, and I didn't get to see it, but he gets this tattoo across the front of my neck, like all around my neck, that just says Squid Boy. And it was like, I thought, like, a temporary tattoo, these things last like, 6 hours, you scrub them off. They're like 4 or 5 days, I think until they just start cracking, and even after they like started cracking off, there was just like this
outline, the sunburn outline,
and then like everyone starts scaring me, going, you realise that they can get infected, and then you have a permanent scar. Freaking ruined my whole trip.
Did you have to catch the plane back with it, Squid Boy?
I think so. But we were at like pool parties and shit. Everyone's like, Squid Boy.
Squid Boy. I just want to say, brother, I'm digging your shirt.
Thanks, brother. This is
from today.
Filthy
Future
Phil.
Sound.
Yeah. Filthy Phil from today's Future Sound,
You'll be able to see the shirt on our Instagram. We'll take a photo with him later.
Oh, you'll even see it on the video.
On the video, yeah. That's what's up.
That's up.
Dude, we've absolutely loved talking to you, but we should probably start playing some music. And some that you've actually maybe produced, or some you just want to listen to.
Also, any shout outs?
Before you go.
And let the people know where
to find your music, man.
Yeah, man. You can find me Facebook, Instagram, Uncool-Sam Beats. That's like Uncle Sam, but it's spelled uncool because I ain't cool.
Real quick, actually, explain the change name. The name change, sorry.
Change name. Name change.
Yeah, so I decided...
Name.
I decided like mid-year to change my name officially, just because my name was Uncool-Sam, spelt like the bearded,
the patriotic figure,
yeah. And it was kind of, I got that name when we all started, me and Intrusive Thoughts, like my first original crew. We started because like I was more of the responsible one, be like, don't drink too much, come on, we gotta be here by this time. You're just Uncool-Sam, you know what I mean? And when it came time, they were like, because I didn't have a name, I didn't really give a crap back then. It was like we were just young making tunes.
That's it.
And then like, you got to pick a name because it's coming, towards the album. And they were like, just use that, Uncool-Sam. And then I kind of just hated that, everyone hates their name, but. After a while, I was like, I want something that's not going to be, I don't want it. I never meant it for it to be related to, the American.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to have that connotation anyway.
Exactly. And I thought it was more unique. Yeah, exactly. So I was like, I'm happy with that, and it's more what I'm about. I'm not trying to be, the cool dude or anything like that. I'm a nerd. I like that side of thing. I'm not afraid of it.
Man, there's nothing more cool than creating dope music. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that, at the end of the day,
nothing more cool than
that is the coolest thing in the world. Yeah, exactly. Like most people dream of being able to have the skill set, and they also want to like have the time to be able to make a good beat. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the fact that you're able to do that, and also find time to be able to be yourself as well, because like we really love your energy, man.
Yeah, and stay real.
Yeah, stay real. Stay humble.
You haven't let yourself go as well in a sense.
Yeah, you're looking good. Zero's checking
you're looking good, brother, but you know what I mean. You've always stayed the same.
Shout out, man, because that
even killed.
I always kept that, like, that was a principle I got taught by my original drum teacher when I first started learning music. Shout out Gordon Jansen.
Shout out
Gordon.
If anyone ever wants to learn drums, that dude is a beast, and I owe every bit of musical talent I have to that dude. But he always said, you always got to remember where you started from.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really important thing to learn.
No,
you know,
absolutely,
if you get
man.
big, not that I'm saying that I'm big, but I'm saying if you were to get big, you need to remember where your roots, because that's where everyone else is going to be started out. You know, because you got to pay it forward as well.
That's right there.
Yeah,
that's why I love what you guys are doing too. It's like, you know, it's bringing people up. You know? And that's what everyone needs to do. I feel like that's kind of also what's missing a little bit in the scene to some degree. Everyone's so afraid of giving other people props.
I agree with that.
And like you know, it's that fear of only one person can succeed in the Perth scene. You know what I mean? Where it's like, it's like
we're way too small to be having that mentality.
I know, and it's not like we all listen to one artist only. It's like you can listen to every single artist. Everyone 100%. Can really thrive. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And this is my thing, man. Like, because we're so small, we literally should all be propping each other up because like. Eventually, like, someone will hear us and be like, yo, that little city is making waves.
And it's getting that now. Like, with the country, like, you know, I mean, like, you love it, hate chilling it. That dude has paved the way for artists to get rich. And I'm not saying that that's the final end game of what this music is about.
But you want to be able to make a living doing what you love.
But it would be great to see people making wicked music and making a killing off it. That's not a bad thing. No one's saying, like, change your music and get rich. You know what I mean? But we're saying that, wouldn't it be great if we could have this thriving scene like in the US? Hey, you can have these MCs which like you don't even hear of, like all little pockets in like Massachusetts that are like millionaires because of like niches.
That's it.
We, you know, our niches are so small. There's like, you know,
we could be rolling around in Benzes, Mercedes. You know,
that's what we want.
Just follow your dream, all right?
Give us the Benz. But that's, you know, that's what, like, that's sick. And from like a business side, I think, because I really like. I like that side of, you know, the industry too. I do like the business side. And
that's the side I'm super interested about as well.
Yeah, and that's
this bloke's the businessman.
That's what if I could, man, when I get older, that's what I want to pay forward to, you know, the younger blokes, is teaching them that. Because the amount of artists that I've seen that I have said to them too, I've said, you know, if you had at all just like, you know, you got better at that business side and really just focused on that and watched your money and like ran your ran
yourself like a brand,
and it's not, you don't have to be focused, you know, don't let the money make the music, you know what
exactly.
I mean? But like you know, if you can have that both, you can really focus on your music and run it efficiently, and you can make a killing. I know so many people that if they were smart with it, like, you know, run it like a business, they can monetize it. Absolutely, and that you can live the dream. You know what I mean?
That is very true.
It's like it's like people hate the idea of, oh, you want to monetize your music, you want to sell beats. It's like, what happened to the music? And it's like no, dude, if I have to work, I'm not making music. You know,
absolutely.
There's no way I'm working 9 to 5s and coming back and like just thrashing beats. You know what I mean? It's just. You're going to break your creative spirit.
No, absolutely.
People need to.
You're not a beat machine. You're a beat maker.
Yeah, that's it. And everyone needs to make their bread, bro. Like, everyone's got to work. Why not work with music?
That's
my whole dream was to be able to create a hub in Perth that just showcases how dope this little city is.
Yeah, man.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so like being able to get people to realize that you're not just a Perth artist. You're an artist that can be really, really popular here, but also in some little corner of Germany somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, you know, someone could really vibe you and want you to come over there and do a tour. So it's like you got to think like in a broader sense, not just about the music, but you as a brand and you as a
in the future.
Yeah, exactly. And how you want to be perceived elsewhere. You know what I mean? Because I have this issue with, like, I see some MCs that I really respect and like I really want to go far, but they post photos of them like doing drugs and stuff. Yeah. And it's like it's all well and good to like have that side of things, but keep it on the DL. Do you know what I mean? Like you want to have a broader reach.
Find that fine line in between.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what it is. It's this fine line where, like, you know, I understand that people are gonna rap about and make music about what's around them.
Yeah,
but it's also then getting to that stage where you get that wisdom of knowing that your words have influence as well.
Absolutely.
And there's younger dudes that like look up to you as like they want that and they go, you know, I want to have that respect, and this dude's getting it by
by doing this,
smoking pips on camera.
Exactly.
You know, that's awful. You know.
The game doesn't need that.
I'm not trying to disrespect anybody for doing that, but
neither are we, man. Honestly,
because it's like, you know, I'm sure people, like a lot of people will come around to that. That, you know, they're young, they're having fun, they're making money off their music, and they're going, let's be a rock star. But it's like, eventually, you know, and man, you'll come to that point.
Take a little page out of Kendrick's book. He's like, I'm not saying like be straight edge, but that dude kills it. He's literally the best rapper in the world. and he's managed to create a brand, stay dope, and stay relevant without losing anything. Do you know what I mean?
Like, you don't need that whole drug element.
You don't need a persona to be a good musician.
You just keep it behind the scenes. Everyone will love your music. You don't have to flaunt it.
That's it. Yeah, and I'm not trying to come across as some sort of straight edge dude.
Neither are we, man. No, it is. I'm a big black man with dreadlocks. Like I've seen, there's enough known there.
I've seen enough to know that, like, you know, it also ruins your image in a way as well, because you could have you could have an opportunity around the corner for something big, but once they see something like that, you know,
and it
can just take a curve for the worst,
and it attracts that to you.
It attracts the thing. Oh, he's just this person.
Yeah,
you want to be your own person without having that stigma around you.
Yeah, man, 100%.
Dude, we literally were gonna do a shout out and play some music, and we just talked for another 9 minutes. So.
I love it.
We love this sort of energy in the room, man.
That's it.
We should probably play some music for the people because they're probably getting bored to listen to us.
What do you want to play, my brother?
Yeah.
I'm gonna plug something by it's something that an EP that I'm working on with my brother 5 Past.
Yeah,
5 Past.
The track is called The Cause.
Yep.
And is that off that Holy Water?
No, it's the new release. Holy Water was his previous EP that just came out. It should be on Spotify.
And it should be there, brother.
It's this is a dude that I'm
What's
really
it called again,
the song's called TheAuse.
Yep, I got it right here, man.
Killer.
And this is a dude I'm really excited to be working with. He's a killer young dude. Yeah. And I remember I met him through the studio. He came all the way in from Rockingham.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I remember when I heard his voice for the first time. I was like,
he's good,
shout out 5 Past. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh, this dude's voice is interesting. But then I was like, oh, it's dope.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say that. They're like, man, he's got a really unique voice. One of those ones where you hear him and you go, that's that guy.
And he reminds me of
you go first, brother.
I was gonna say he reminds me of like a Perth Big L. That high pitch, but like almost like really sharp.
It's got a twang.
Sharp lyrics.
I love that. And that's like no disrespect. It's like it's the biggest compliment in the world to have a unique voice.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
And it's not that he just has a unique voice. He has the bars.
He has the bars to go with him.
It goes with it, you know.
Shout out 5 Past. He was
shout out 5 Past, brother.
He was actually our second guest.
Yeah.
Second or third guest we had. So like really early in the piece, we really like.
Genuine dude, bro.
And he was talking highly of you too, brother, and stuff you've got working.
Yeah, well,
we can't wait to hear it. Hopefully, we get some exclusives, eh?
We always ask for exclusives, baby.
We just haven't got the final masters of everything yet. I would have brought some more stuff in. I would have prepared stuff, but this is something that we've released. But I'm really excited for what's on the EP. We've got some awesome stuff on there, so
I can't
wait to show it.
Just want to say big thanks for coming in, brother, and giving us your time.
We love having you.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you for having me.
Any shout outs you want? Go ahead.
Oh, bro, shout outs, all the TPW boys for showing me love, SBX, Rob Shaker for everything, and just everyone in Perth keeping it up.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Shout outs to you boys.
Oh man,
Hustle'n'Grind.
Shout out to Uncool-Sam,
baby.
Uncool-Sam.
Oh yeah,
Uncool.
Yeah, that's what's up. All right, so we'll be playing The Cause by 5 Past and your man, Uncool-Sam.
Yeah, bang.
Peace.